lights are out, but the fans are fired up here in Seattle as the Sonics have been tremendous here at home. Not as good as the Magic, but no one else has been. Seattle 26-3 here in this beautifully renovated Key Arena. And Squatch getting everybody ready for the Orlando Magic here in the Pacific Northwest. This guy's a great mascot, does a whale of a job for the Seattle team. Injuries a big factor for both ball clubs, at least in tonight's ball game. The Magic will sorely miss Horace Grant and Brian Shaw with their wrist problems. Darrell Armstrong continues to rehab that tendonitis in his leg. And for Seattle, a guy you don't hear an awful lot about, but very talented, Jack, Nate McMillan, still coming back from right knee surgery.
One of those guys, you don't know he's out there until you look at the box after the game, and you see him with his steady 10 points a game. He gets you 5 or 6 rebounds from the guard spot, always effective on defense with 2 or 3 steals per ball game. You're right, Chip. He is a very well-kept secret here in Seattle.
Well, certainly the Sonic team, Jack, has been a well-kept secret this year. Everyone has raved about what Chicago has been able to do. Not many folks have talked about what Seattle and the Magic have done since the All-Star break. They've been absolutely unbeatable, have these two ball clubs, if you look at the big picture. Do you think that's really helped the Magic and Seattle now?
Well, it's taken some of the pressure off. It's taken some of the focus off the Magic and placed it squarely on Chicago, who, by the way, are answering all that pressure very nicely up in Chicago. But, you know, I think for Seattle, they understand that there are still going to be a bunch of questions about them until they get through a first round of the playoffs. They have been up 60 games per year the last couple of years, but they have vacated the playoffs in the first round. So you're going to have a lot of question marks about this team until they get over that hump.
Yeah, it's amazing. This Seattle team, over the last 3 years, could win 180 games and not get past the first round. That is absolutely unbelievable. You see the Magic's troubles here in the Pacific Northwest. The only game they won was 3 or 4 years ago when the Magic snapped a 16-17 game losing streak, and Sam Vincent, you'll remember, knocked down a couple of free throws in the late seconds of that ball game. It came in this building, but it was the old building, and they have done a terrific job of reconfiguring this arena. They actually dug underground here at the Key Arena to put more fannies in the seats.
Well, they needed more, and they needed a facelift. They got it here, and this is very beautifully done renovation. A lot of times they don't go as well as you would hope, but well, this is a beautiful building. Looks brand new on the inside. So it's a building they should be very, very happy about.
And of course, if you've ever been to the Seattle area and you wonder where the building is, it's right near the Space Needle, which is on the northern end of town, right near the Pike Place Market, the great shopping district here in Seattle, and of course the beautiful Olympic Mountains, the Puget Sound area. If you haven't had a chance to come out to Seattle, make sure you do it once in your lifetime. It may be one of the, if not the most beautiful place in the Pacific Northwest.
And try to catch a day or a few days like today. It was absolutely gorgeous. No rain.
And no humidity, which is nice too. Our officials, Hugh Evans, Bernie Fryer, and Mike Smith. Irvin Johnson against Shaquille O'Neal for the opening tap here in Seattle. The Magic come in 47-16. The Sonics 47-14. And O'Neal wins the opening tap. What do you look for here in the first couple of minutes?
Well, I think Seattle's going to try to force some turnovers. They're going to try to get the ball, and they are simply going to try to push it at the Magic. Now, there's the turnover, and look at them run the break. They're going to try to take it to them, force the action here.
Peyton, #1 in the league in steals. The Sonic team #1 in steals. And they forced 19 turnovers tonight. Kemp against Koncak, fires it into the stands like a Randy Johnson fastball. And Seattle coughs it up. They do that too.
Now, I'm extremely surprised that Kemp gave the ball up against John Koncak. I don't know what he's thinking about, but I look for him to take the ball right to the basket the next time that happens.
Dennis Scott against Kemp. John Koncak sets the screen on Sean, now pops out. Hardaway to the post. Peyton corrals him. John loads up from the outside, rims it off, won't fall. And the rebound to the Sonics. Here's Kemp. He'll load up with the right hand. 2-0 Sonics.
Yeah, that's what I thought I'd see the first time he got the basketball.
Kemp playing with a couple of sore feet, a couple of sprained dogs bothering him. Hardaway lost it. Shaq corrals it now in the corner. Shaquille one dribble, loads up, and knocks her down. 2-2 our score.
And that's another thing that must happen in this game. They must get better play from Shaq, because he has not been that effective in this building.
Yeah, we've got a graphic. We'll show you that in a moment. The difference between O'Neal's games in Seattle and the games at home. Hardaway the steal. Has Hersey Hawkins to beat. Penny the drive and the right hand. And the Magic give the Sonics a bit of their own medicine.
And that's going to be important, how Penny plays Payton. I mean, I thought Penny did a great job on KJ in the game Sunday against Phoenix. And this guy commands as much respect.
And Bernie Fryer will whistle John Concact with the bump. John didn't like the call. And that'll be John's first personal foul of the ball game.
Well, as you look over there on the bench for the Magic, you have to wonder what they're going to do if John Concact gets in foul trouble. You might give David Bond some extra playing time, I'm not sure. You might go smaller in this game, which is very difficult, playing a smaller guy against Shawn Kemp.
And Irvin Johnson, 2 hands to the lower back, is called for the push on Shaquille, and he doesn't like the call. Yeah, the Sonics are really 2 teams in one, aren't they? They can go very big and athletic, and they can go very small and athletic.
Yeah, they like their small unit. I don't think there's any question. When you have a team that stresses defense so much, as this Seattle team does, you like to get your better athletes out there.
Shaquille over Johnson, can't hit, rebound Hawkins. Yeah, the Sonics give up just 97 points a game and only 44% from the field. And they run. Shaquille runs the floor, couldn't hit, and tumbles into the crowd. Sonics rebound and run. Payton to Detlef Schrempf. Stutter step dribbling.
Well, this is certainly the pace they want to play at, Chip. They want to get it and push it right at the Magic, understanding that the Magic played last night, and they had a 2.5-hour plane ride.
Shaquille inside. He's surrounded by white shirts, lost his footing, fired up, and Irvin Johnson and Shaq tangle up, and Shaquille will be called for the bump. So you can see Shaquille's frustration already starting to simmer over here in Seattle.
That's not the kind of foul Shaquille needs to pick up in this ball game, just simply because Horace Grant not available. John Concact usually gets in some foul trouble, so that might mean the Magic could get very small because they have to in this game.
Hersey Hawkins can't hit. And the Magic run the other way. Oh, Nick Anderson left alone from downtown, won't go. Rebound Detlef Schrempf. He's got Irvin Johnson ahead, can't hit it. Bounce pass Hawkins, splits the defense, and the foul inside. Penny raises his hand, and he's the man picking up the foul. So Hardaway, Shaq, and Concact with the Magic fouls here in the opening minutes from the Key Arena in Seattle. Irvin Johnson from 17. Yes, boy, he's made strides, hasn't he?
You know, he's a free agent after this season, and there are going to be a lot of teams around this NBA that would like to have Irvin Johnson. A young guy, loves to work, loves to learn. Going to be interesting to see what happens with him after the season.
Penny Hardaway knocks down his second field goal. Well, don't you think, Irvin Johnson, Magic?
Well, he's got the name. Has the name.
8:17 left in our opening quarter. Here's Kemp over Cack. Short. Good defense by John, and he boards as well.
Yeah, I think as long as John can get Shawn Kemp on the low post with his back to the basket, he has a much better chance of forcing a tougher shot.
Dennis Scott behind the back pass to Shaquille. Cack cuts and draws the contact.
Horace Grant right cut to the basket by John. And I'm watching Dennis Scott in this ballgame. We'll have to keep a camera on Dennis because if Seattle scouted the game last night, and you know they did, they assigned a guy to Dennis and says, do not leave him. And Detlef has been on him every time he's caught the basketball.
John Concact hits his first free throw of the ball game. Gets his own rebound. How about that? It bounced right to him, and those are the kind of breaks you need playing this team shorthanded. Dennis Scott. Nick Anderson lets it fly, and it's a 4-point Magic play.
It's a good head-up play by John And a nice look to the open man by the Magic to find Nick in the corner.
2-point Orlando game. 10-8 your score. Payton, quick release. Yes.
Very, very impressive player, Chip. Another one of these Seattle players that will find themselves commanding a whole lot more money here in the offseason, as he will be a free agent also.
Yeah, Payton and Penny were edged out by Michael Jordan for Player of the Week honors, and John Koncak commits his second foul, and Allen Hurts.
And once again, those kind of fouls that really have no significance in what's going to happen at all, that far away from the basket. The crowd wanted the whistle on Shaquille, but John was there, and he picks up foul number 2.
Game tied at 10. Detlef Schrempf, right hand, yes. Every time I see this guy, I think of that heartbreaking shot he hit against us when he played with the Pacers in Orlando.
Yeah.
Got a second left. Oh, man.
Well, you look at this Seattle team, and it's a whole lot like Orlando, a whole lot like Chicago. You try to decide what you're going to give this team, and you get hurt wherever you go.
So this is a night where the coaches really earn their money trying to find the weakness. So far, it's been a good start for the Magic. 12-10, Seattle, the early lead. I'll look at tonight's AT&T replay here. Nick Anderson keeps that Magic team three-point shooting string alive.
A good extra pass by Dennis Scott. You saw Detlef Schrempf stand at home on Dennis, so that freed up Nick Anderson in the corner. And Nick gets our AT&T long-distance shot.
Yeah, his 142nd three-point field goal, and he and Dennis have been poisoned from beyond the perimeter. Dennis will try to keep his string alive. Dennis has hit a 3 now in 67 consecutive games. But he struggled to get the shot off in the last couple of nights. Penny Hardaway over Kemp. A lot of contact. Shaq fights for Irvin Johnson's position, and they'll call a jump. Irvin thought Shaquille was over the back.
Well, the problem was both guys had 2 hands on the basketball. They jumped up at the same time, and they come down with it at the same time, as you watch here. Now, there they are, both guys with it. So that's a good call by the officials. They got the tip.
And Detlef in transition, reach and foul. Dennis Scott to stop the break. Boy, if you don't have your track shoes on against this team, it's like Carl Lewis against the tortoise.
Yeah, you're in trouble. No question about it. And that's why the fact that the Magic played last night to Seattle is such a big deal. Thinking that the Magic might be fatigued just a little here in this ballgame.
Well, Detlef Schrempf, who played his college basketball just up the road here at the University of Washington, went to high school here, Centralia High School. This has been a homecoming for him, and boy, he has been just another one of the finishing pieces to this puzzle in Seattle. They have done a great job of winning games in the regular season, and with all those free agents, I'll bet they're going to make a fine playoff run. Hardaway to catch in traffic. Kemp surrounds him. Penny creates and makes a great layup.
Finds a way to get that one. You know, talking about Detlef, as much as Seattle loved Derek McKee here, they gave him up to get a shot at Detlef.
The Sonics firing the ball all over the floor here, halfway through the first quarter. Leading by 1, Seattle. Payton hits the bomb. Again, Payton with 30+ in each of the last 2 Sonic games, and he said he's ready for Hardaway here tonight. And he's been on target a couple of times. Dennis strokes outside, hits that 3.
Well, I think that shot is very important for Dennett's confidence. He needs to make sure he gets going early in this ballgame. He can't go into the locker room at the half with just 1 shot attempt. He's got to find more.
And that's what happened last night in Denver as Kemp had position. And Shawn Kemp with his second field goal. So Dennis now knows he can pick a spot. He can create some space for himself. We'll see how many opportunities he gets here in the final 5 minutes of the quarter. Shaq, no, kept it alive, and the big fella missed the stop. It has been like that every time Shaq has come to Seattle. And Schrempf at the other end hits.
Well, I think the thing that's most important for Shaquille is he has to play through this. It's a mental thing for him now. He has to make sure he continues to work, make good things happen for himself.
Nick Anderson keeps the dribble alive, and and takes it to the rack.
Shawn Kemp probably needs a breather. I say that simply because he's just coming back from that injury.
And Sam Perkins is up. The Magic force the turnover. And in the backcourt, Shawn Kemp, I think, reaches in, stops the break, and commits his first personal foul.
And a good foul by Shawn Kemp as he saw the fast break coming. Joe Wolf also checks in, see if John Koncak comes out. Yeah, he's going to take a seat. Now, for the Magic, you have to watch here and see who Shawn Kemp is matched up against, and you might want to give that player the basketball.
He is very, very much gasping for air.
He's such a great athlete, though. He will be able to recover in the matchups on the floor right now.
So it's Perkins against Shaq, Schrempf against Wolf. Penny Hardaway now on the switch out. Vince Askew guards Shaquille. Penny fakes on Schrempf, dishes Dennis Scott, long range again, won't go. Gary Payton flies up the floor. Payton, the highest pick ever taken by the Sonics, second overall. And that's out of bounds off of Joe Wolf.
Now, Chip, as you look at this matchup on the floor, the players out there for Seattle, as Shaquille O'Neal is matched up against Perkins. You know Perkins shoots a lot of three-point shots, so he will probably try to spread the offense, pull Shaquille away from the basket. That's simply going to make it a whole lot easier for Shawn Kemp and Detlef Schrempf around the basket.
16 seconds. They'll put 16 on the shot clock here with 3:57 left. The Magic, as we told you, hoping for a big game from Shaq and company. Shaq has missed his last 5 shots. He's 1 for 6 in the game, but still a very manageable 2017 score. Vincent Askew against Nick Anderson. Askew, a terrific defensive player. Schrempf, one more pass. Payton again, and he is on fire, Goose.
Well, that one hurts right there because that's excellent execution by the Magic defensively, and that puts the lead up to 6 at 3.5 minutes left.
Penny Hardaway up top. Askew works against him. Now Dennis Scott. Mean screen set by Shaq, and the foul. Schrempf slow getting up. He got picked off. Wanted the whistle on the illegal and won't get it.
Well, you know that screen by Shaquille O'Neal, the success of that screen might be as much to credit by Dennis Scott. You won't see how Dennis grabs Shaquille around the waist to make sure no one can follow him through that screen. And Detlef ends up on the floor.
Dennis Scott with 4 points in the ball game. Dennis now 204 3-point field goals. Needs just 13 to tie John Starks NBA record.
Chip, now as we look at the scoreboard here and we see the Magic down after that free throw by 4 points with 3:20 left. We'll see what Seattle does here with the last 3 minutes. Now they like to put a push on and try to get you out of the game in this little stretch of time. So the Magic must stay aggressive. They must remain focused here to close this period. Penny Hardaway going against a fellow Memphis State player, Vincent Askew, and having a few words just in fun.
Penny falls to the floor as Payton makes the pass. Perkins, Schrempf, hard drive, Detlef.
Now Perkins will take that shot. He'll definitely let it fly.
He can't hit it. Joe Wolf, a long rebound, and now the Magic run out. Look at Askew play defense. Joe Wolf from the corner, yes.
Huge basket right there by Joe. And I'm just scoreboard watching right now for the end of this period. The Magic need to be in the ball game when this period ends.
23-21. Seattle the ball and the lead. Payton against Penny. Oh, great defense by Hardaway. Kemp sets the screen. Wolf helps out. And Nick deflects it out of bounds with 2:28 left. We will take a timeout here. Magic have to like the score right now.
Sure, good defense. A lot of deflections by the Magic. Penny Hardaway guessing on the guy you're looking at, Gary Payton.
Who's had a fine first quarter. He has 8 to lead all scorers, and the Sonics take timeout. 28 left here in our opening quarter. Chip Carey, Jack Gibbons with you from Key Arena. Let's take a quick look at tonight's Continental Airlines league leaders. Dennis Rodman leading David Robinson and Charles Barkley. The rebounding Chase.
Shawn Kemp right there with almost 12 rebounds a game.
And he's third as well in a field goal percentage. Shaq trailing George Mirazan. AB in for the first time here tonight. Nick Anderson gets the breather. Payton against Shaquille in the corner. Gave up the dribble, now 3 to shoot. 2 to shoot for Perkins. Hard drive. Hardaway makes him take a tough shot. The bank was closed, and Dennis got the rebound.
Good defense once again by the Magic.
Magic with 3 steals here in the opening quarter. Outstealing the Sonics 3-1. They catch the cut. Joe Wolf missed the layup. The Sonics were there to meet that play. Payton comes up with a loose ball at the 2-minute mark.
Chip, the Magic have forced 4 turnovers in this ball game so far.
Detlef with the left hand, spun it out.
So I mentioned you can force Seattle into turnovers, and the Magic have done that so far. They also have protected the basketball. They've committed just 1.
Shaquille left his feet. AB the catch, the cut. He's bumped, no whistle. Rebound grabbed by Kemp. They are letting these guys play here in the first quarter. 1:28 left.
Tough matchup right here.
Shawn pulls up and hit them. Bullet feet ahead. Shaquille the catch in the corner against Shawn. He's doubled up. Penny outside now against Payton. Anthony Bowie against Schrempf. Uses that speed. Gets to the rack. Can't hit that shot.
Nobody making shots right now.
Now Payton on the run out. The catch. The finger roll. Oh, old style, baby.
He knows how to dress it up when he gets to the basket. And the Magic need to slow it down right here. Make sure they get a good shot.
Anthony Bowie finds Penny Hardaway. He'll catch. He'll take it to the hole and draw the Kemp contact. Penny with that great hang time pays more dividends there.
One thing, Chip, when you're not making shots, it's so important for you to continue to take it to the hole, try to get to the free throw line. Now for Seattle, even though they're not making much happen right now, they love the pace of this ball game. I mean, this is just what they wanted to happen to the Magic. Come in early, get into an up and down game, force the tempo, and think that that's going to take effect on the Magic as this game progresses. Donald Royal up, he will check in for Shaquille O'Neal, so both teams now have gotten smaller.
Brooks Thompson was prepared to check in. Penny Hardaway, though, is at the line, so he's not able to do that. David Wingate in for the Sonics. Penny with a good first quarter. 8 points for Mr. Hardaway. A rebound and an assist. And Seattle to get up just 2, 25-23. Hardaway guards Burkowski. Askew takes a tough shot, can't make it. And the Sonics knock it out of bounds. Wingate walks over and introduces himself to one of the paying customers, and Orlando gets the ball back. So Brooks Thompson in for the first time. And Jack, his confidence has to be awfully high after last night's game.
Well, he's played well the last couple of games. I thought he came in against Phoenix, played well again last night in Denver as he went home. And Brooks has been wanting and lobbying for key minutes. He picks up the offensive foul right there as David Wingate steps in. Now that for Brooks is just an introduction to the officials. He's a young guy, hasn't gotten many minutes, quality minutes, playing against a veteran player. But the challenge for Brooks comes right now.
Yeah, welcome to hell.
He's going to have to make sure he keeps his body between Payton and the basket.
Now Donald Royal tries to check Sam Perkins up and under for Sam. And the Magic have AB commit the foul. Anthony Bowie is called for the foul, although Donald Royal was the man closest to Sam Perkins. So Sam will shoot it up.
Well, what happened on that play, AB, as he dropped back in to double team to help out Donald as Perkins started to take him to the basket. Took a big swipe at the basketball and got Perkins on the arm as he came across the lane.
Sam, another one of those free agents for the Sonics. What do you do with him?
Well, you know what? I don't know. Sam's in a tough situation. Possibly. I know the Sonics like what he can give them.
They try to trap Thompson.
But it depends on where they want to go with their ball club. If they want to continue the style they've played with this season.
Donald Royal with the clock trickling away. Hits all bottom.
Big time basket there. And
so
I was just going to say, Chip, you want to keep the ball in front of you if you're on the defense.
Burkowski the inbound. Perkins the catch on his former Carolina teammate Joe Wolf. And he missed it wide and to the right. Looked like Swen Nader with that hook shot, didn't he?
Did he ever?
Well, you have to be happy with the way the Magic played that first quarter. Seattle leads it 27-25 here at Key Arena after one period of play. 27-25 as we head to the second quarter. 4 lead changes, 3 ties in that first quarter. The Magic once led by 2, 10-8. The Sonics led 23-17. That was a 6-point margin. That was their biggest lead. And here's a look inside the numbers, our champion first quarter stats.
A couple areas we need to continue to pay attention to. The turnover statistic, the Magic committed just 2 in that period. They forced 4. That is so important. And then the rebound total against Seattle in the absence of Horace Grant is one that it's going to continue to be a key factor in this game. The Magic are close enough, down 12-10 in that category. You see the 39% field goal shooting by the Magic, not a factor if you don't turn the ball over.
Nick Brooks, Shaq, Joe Wolf, D-Rock in for the Magic. Peyton, Burkowski, Wingate, Askew, and Perkins for the Sonics, who have the ball leading 27-25 here in the early moments of our second quarter.
Now, I think the whistle will sound pretty quickly on Brooks if he makes much contact. That time he did a great job. Didn't bring that arm down, forced the miss.
So Brooks handles the offense for the Magic. Nick Anderson backs Wingate down. David flops. Nick makes him pay.
Yeah, that was as much of a flop as we've seen all year. No contact, or not much contact at all as he went down. Maybe, in fact, he got his foot tangled up with Nick as Nick made the move to the basket.
So we're tied again. 4th tie of the ball game. Wolf against Perkins now.
Now Brooks needs to stay at home. Yeah, he doesn't need to go help. He's doing a great job just keeping his body in between Peyton. But I think he needs to stay at home and let someone else beat the Magic right now.
Yeah, Peyton's had the hot hand, 13 points and 3 3-point field goals on the night. He's 5 of 8 from the floor. Now Frank Burkowski, a seasoned veteran. He's not a guy who's afraid to hack away at Shaquille. In fact, he said in the paper, I will not give Shaquille any easy baskets in this game. So Shaq knows what's coming.
And I think George Karl understands that way of thinking by Frank Burkowski, and he welcomes it.
So the illegal defense warning is called, and the Magic put it back into play here, trailing 30-27.
They couldn't get a lob to the basket on Shaquille.
With a right hand, Shaq missed it short, got the miss. Wolf cross-court feed to Nick. The catch, the cut. Brooks Thompson sets, fires, 3-point shot, good.
There you go. Yeah, Brooks getting more and more confidence as his quality minutes increases here in the absence of Brian Shaw.
Well, you know he can shoot it. And Joe Wolf with the contact on Sam Perkins. And Joe, his first foul of the ball game. Joe's parents probably watching tonight up in Kohler, Wisconsin. Good folks.
Send us some of that Derrick.
That's right. That's right. Wingate from the outside hits the 3.
Oh, they're flat knocking down the 3-point shots right now.
Yeah, they've hit 4. The Magic have hit 3. And again, the Sonics are up 33-30. Brooks Thompson handles the rock again. Looking for Shaquille inside. Hits it. Perkins rushes to double. Brooks with 10 to shoot now. Shaq wants it over the top. Gets it there, and the foul on Burkowski.
Well, the problem with the statement that Burkowski made is that the officials read the paper also, so they know how he's going to try to play Shaquille, so the whistle might come a little bit quicker as they jockey for position.
So Gary Payton sits down. That's good news for Magic fans. 13 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists for the Sonics now. In the first half of play for Gary Payton. 9th in assists, number 1 in steals, and the first team all defensive performer the last couple of years.
Yeah, he's a complete player, continues to improve. I think maybe the biggest improvement in his game is
strong move by Nick again.
Is that he came out of college talking heavy trash to his opposition. And he got spanked a couple times early in his career, realized that that is not the way to make friends in this league, and he's not the talker, the trash talker that he was early in his career.
Well, the old adage, it ain't bragging if you can back it up.
Nick Anderson.
Nick misses the first. The Magic wants you on our team. Right now you can sign up as a charter member of the brand new Magic Fanatical Fan Club with 3 levels of memberships. You're sure to receive merchandise, birthday surprises, newsletters, and your very own Fanatical Fan Club badge and certificate, and much more. Call 649-2290 for fan club information.
Good defense by Brooks. See the deflections by the Magic. What that does is forces some of those seconds to tick off the clock, and it makes it a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult for Seattle to get the high percentage shot.
Seattle by 2. Big Sam Perkins. Frank Rakowski, he can shoot the 3-point shot. Won't fall that time, and now the Magic, Jack, is starting to control the backboards. D-Rock, they dare him to shoot it. And again he hits. And again the Magic tie it up.
Now this pace is just where the Magic like it. And the other thing is, they have protected the basketball.
Indeed they have. Only 2 Magic turnovers here on the road. Perkins had it swatted away by that swarming Magic defense. Nick Anderson up the floor. Keeps that dribble alive. Brooks Thompson passed up the 3. And the Sonics knock it out of bounds.
That's a fair shot, Brooks. That's one you know you can make. And he understands he passed up an opportunity.
He has maybe and players like him have maybe the toughest job in the business, don't they? As Shaquille pumped out of bounds and Orlando pops it up. That's the 3rd turnover. But those bench guys, 2nd, 3rd string players, never know when they're going to get time.
And that's very difficult to make adjustments when you don't know for sure when your minutes are going to come. He asked me before the game, he said, when do you think I'm going to get called on here? And I said, well, I think with about 10 minutes left in the first quarter, you get to play the last 2, and they'll let you play about 3 or 4 to start the second quarter. So he said he'd try to be ready.
Rakowski again pushed Shaq. Vincent Askew came over, and they'll give the foul to Askew, the block. And Shaquille beat them on the baseline. Now we'll see if the big fella can knock down the free throws.
You'll see Shaq right here, and even on a shot like this, Chip, he's struggling in this building. Now that's one Shaquille normally will make, but not able to get that one to fall.
Well, Shaq, you see his season numbers. Shaquille last night took just 4 free throws. He was 2 of 4 in the ball game. Finished with 20. And Penny back for Brooks Thompson, who did his job adroitly. Shaq settles for 1 out of 2. 3 points in the half for Shaquille, and the Magic down just 2. Rakowski up top. Now Perkins back to work. And Donald Royal the steal. Now Shaquille up the floor. Back to D-Rock. Royal hard drive. Finger roll. And the Magic tie the game again.
Well, what about Donald Royal here in this ball game, Chip? Beautiful minutes by Donald. And a lot of it's coming on defense. He's come back in there. He has a couple steals in this game. And to boot, he's 3 for 3 from the field.
Well, Brian was calling for energy in our chat before the game. That's something he was hoping to get from his guys. And right now, the Magic have the Sonics confused on their home floor.
Well, that's Hersey Hawkins' shot. He understands that. That's much like the one Brooks Thompson passed up just a little while ago.
Penny Hardaway back for the Magic, who look for their 2nd lead of the ball game.
Well, Shaq has to get a basket here.
Cross-court feed to D-Rock. Joe Wolf, the open man. And all bottom, Magic lead.
Excellent execution right now by the Magic.
Magic have forced Seattle into 7 turnovers in the game, and now they have the lead. Askew from downtown. They are shooting the 3 brilliantly in the half.
Well, they're knocking down a 3-point shot, and you have to give something up, I guess. And that right now is what the Magic are giving up to Seattle. Last 4 field goal attempts. Our field goals made have been 3-point shots.
Joe Wolf and Penny Hardaway can't click. And now Sean Kemp comes back for the Sonics. Perkins and Wingate out. Detlef Schrempf back as well. Seattle leading by 1 point. Seven minutes left in the half. Rakowski fumbled for a moment.
Well, Shaq needs to back off. Give him the shot from the outside. That's fine. Joe Wolf maybe. Bails Shaquille out on that. Yeah. Give it to Joe.
So Joe Wolf saves Shaq a foul, and now the Sonics will take timeout with 6:51 left. The crowd doesn't like the call by the refs. The Magic very happy, though, as Seattle leads by 1.
The Magic defense has been effective, and they have forced Seattle into 7 turnovers here. And here's one of them right here. Donald Royal gets a hand on it. Shaq leads the fast break, gets it to Donald, who takes the ball right to the basket. Thought he got hit on that play, but I'm sure the Magic and Donald will take the 2 points and give Seattle a 1-point lead here with 6:51 left in the second.
Get your front row seat now, fans, for Magic Rewind, the Magic post-game show at Friday's Front Row. Dennis Newman will be your host at Friday's Front Row Sports Grill on International Drive. Dennis Scott, John Koncak back for the Magic, who have their starting 5 for tonight's ball game back out on the floor. Detlef.
Gary Payton sitting, his opportunity to get a breather. You see that look on his face, and he wants to be out there where the action is. George Karl giving him a breather, and Detlef missed both.
That hurt him against the San Antonio team. Hersey Hawkins missed a free throw in the last few seconds. And the Spurs ended up winning that game, 106-105. Just the 3rd home loss of the year for Seattle. Penny Hardaway hangs, double clutches, can't hit. Hersey the rebound. The Sonics turn it over. They tried to force feed it.
They will do that.
Magic play 4 on 5. John Koncak late to join the fray. Now Penny goes to work. Into Shaquille. Steps through. Right hand. Kemp was there. Brakowski was there and got popped right in the nose. And Frank takes the foul.
Took the forearm right to the face there as he came down to try to double up on Shaquille. And as I say, Chip, sometimes you open your mouth and, you know, you stick your foot right in it, and I think that might be what has happened to Brakowski. He comes down thinking he's going to get Shaquille, but Shaq brings the ball to the basket. Gets him with that forearm.
Well, I talked to Shaq about that before the game, because you know, with Perkins, with Johnson, with Brakowski, they could go to that 3-headed monster and pound away on Shaquille. And he said to me, after I asked him how you going to stop it, he said, I'm just going to have to start taking it hard to the basket. And if people get hit, they get hit. That's what happened that time.
Yeah, that's what happened on that play.
6:10 left in our second quarter. The Magic and Sonics tied at 39. Penny Hardaway the steal. Magic have a 2-on-1. Hardaway to the rack, and he rams it home.
Excellent double team by Shaquille O'Neal on Shawn Kemp. Penny Hardaway playing the rover position. Picked that one off and got the fast break done. 9
Seattle turnovers for 9 Magic points. Again, Orlando is up by a deuce. Detlef short. Rebound Penny. Sonics can't rebound the ball here.
Well, I just like the pace of this game, Chip. I mean, in the past we've been in here, and by this point the Magic might have been down by 30.
Yeah, that's not far wrong. And notice how the Magic have taken advantage of Gary Payton on the bench for Seattle, and Nick all silk drops down his 10th. 5:18 left. Askew leads in, missed that. Ball loose, Kemp with the left hand, taps it home though. Magic 43, Seattle 41. Shaquille against Brakowski, pulls to the hole and has his second field goal.
And now Brakowski in some foul trouble, so he has to back off and allow Shaquille to have his second field goal of the game.
Nice defense by Koncak. Penny the double. Pass out to Askew. He'll load up, and Seattle hits it. 7-3 of the half.
Well, they are knocking the threes.
45-44. Well, you said you've got to give up something. But unfortunately, what the Magic are giving up is what the Sonics are taking. Now Nick tries to answer. And Detlef the rebound. Seattle with a rare break chance now. Shrimp right down the heart of the defense. Sonics back in front. Penny Hardaway dribbles through the heart of the D, draws the foul again. If it's Kemp, it's number 3.
Yeah, that is, and it is. But it's beautiful job by Penny Hardaway playing out of that double team. It wasn't an aggressive double team that came at Penny. And sometimes against the double team, against the trap, you can give the ball up too quickly. Penny kept it to himself, something I think he needs to do more of. And he'll get 2 free throws.
And checking in for Seattle, number 14.
So Kemp forced to sit until the second half with his 3rd foul. Gary Payton's back. Irvin Johnson's back. Sam Perkins back.
You know, for Kemp, I mentioned earlier, Chip, in this ball game, he looked a little bit fatigued. And when you're trying to work yourself back after missing some games this time of the year, you commit some fouls that you might normally not commit. So you're right, he has to sit the rest of this first half of play.
And again, Shawn Kemp playing with sore feet. His ankles have been bothering him, and he re-injured the ankle last time out against San Antonio. Detlef cut off, nice double team by Shaquille. 10 to shoot, however, for Hersey Hawkins. Irvin Johnson loads up, giant killer won't fall. John Koncak falls in the Magic rebound. Cack with his 5th rebound on the ball game. Very productive minutes out of John Koncak in the starting role. And inside, Cack the lay-in. Hard fall there by Hawkins.
Well, Hawk tried to step in there to take that one away. John Koncak just finished right on through with the play and found himself a wide open layup there.
Payton against Penny. Hardaway stolen away from him. Magic 3-on-2 break. Dennis Scott in transition. Good look. Yes.
Love the defense, man. What can you say?
Dennis Scott hits his 2nd 3 of the game, and the Magic have their biggest lead.
Dennis needs help. He's calling. He knows he needs it there.
Detlef against Nick. And illegal defense. Magic rotated over. And let's see who's called. Hugh Evans says it's Shaquille O'Neal who is out of position. Brian Hill argues won't get the call, and now the Magic charged with the timeout. 2:54 left. It's the Magic by 6, 52-46. Well, defense is what wins you championships. It also wins you ball games in a hostile environment, doesn't it?
And it keeps the crowd right out of the ball game. Watch Penny Hardaway knows that he has his hands full with Gary Payton. Picks his pocket right there, gets the fast break started, finds Dennis. And Dennis knocks down the 3.
His 2nd of the ball game. And speaking of defense, that's our halftime feature. Defensive strategy on the Magic Television Network. Our halftime feature will come to you in the next 3 minutes.
Well, I'll tell you tonight, defensively, the Magic playing against the best steals team in the league. But not tonight. The Magic with 8 steals. There's a look right there at the man of steel for the Seattle team. But tonight, the Magic with 8 of them, and the Seattle with just 2.
2:42 left. Shaq called for the reach-in.
Yeah, Brian upset because he thought that Mike Smith blew the whistle, and he was asking someone else who committed the foul. And someone said Shaquille, so Shaq picks up foul number 2. Brian upset about that. But he's not gonna get any satisfaction.
Rarely do you ever do that. 2:22 left in the half. Shaq and Dennis play screen and roll. Dennis to the corner. Detlef caught the pump fake. Dennis couldn't make it pay, but Shaquille O'Neal lays it up and in.
Well, the kind of night he's had shooting the basketball, and he gets that one to go.
He's 3 for 9, and Hawkins beats Nick up the floor. His first 2 points of the half. So for the Magic, you have to be a little bit worried that Hawkins will explode. For the Sonics, the same for Shaquille O'Neal in the second half.
You know, I think you're right. There's a push, so before Shaq gets in the act of shooting. But, yeah, Hersey's, what he gives the team this year, you know, he's a career 18-point-per-game guy. This year he's getting 15.5 points per ball game, so he doesn't need to score as many points as before in his career to be effective and for this team to win. But you know he can heat up, and he can hit you for 25, 30 points very quickly.
Jack, everybody in Seattle says the big transformation that took place with this ball club was the departure of Kendall Gill and the arrival of Hawkins. And maybe for the point you were just talking about, it's not the number of points he scores, but the efficiency with which he's able to do it.
Yeah, and but the fact that he comes in, Chip, as a veteran player, he conforms to the ways of the coaching staff, gives the team what they need, what they want from him on a game-to-game basis.
Missed the shot badly there, and Bernie Fryer wants a little help. Seattle gets the ball back with 1:38 left in the second quarter. 54-50. Magic playing very, very well here in the first half. Payne inbounds to Hawkins. Hardaway almost stole it from him again. Irvin Johnson wants that third foul on Shaq. Instead, Dennis Scott with the steal.
Good help once again by this Magic defense.
Cross-court feed. Dennis Scott hides behind the Koncak pick. John rolls away. One dribble. Inside to Shaq, and he hammers it home.
Thank you, John Koncak, Shaq says. And, well, what a job John has done in the starting role. You remember back early in the year when Shaquille missed those first 22-23. John Koncak was there.
Schrempf missed the shot. Irvin Johnson could not rebound Cack. That's his 6th board of the game. He also has a couple of assists and 3 points. 1 minute to play. Nick Anderson off the window. No. Hardaway almost hammered it home. Now Payton on a 2-on-1. Payton dishes to Hawkins. John Koncak with the hard body foul will send one of the best free throw shooters in the game to the line.
Hey, and John picks up foul number 3 on that one, but so what? I mean, he did what he wants, what he was supposed to do there. You have a guy coming to the basket, and Nick misses this one. He thought he got fouled, but John from the old school. If you're going to bring the ball into paint, you're going to get hit. And that's what he does. Forces him to go to the free throw line to get to 2. Possible 2 points.
Yeah, there's nothing malicious about that. That's, as you said, the old school style. In my opinion, I'd like to see the Magic team do more of that.
Yeah, I think Brian would like to see more of that because, guys, teams for the Magic to be as big as they are around the basket at times, teams challenge the Magic pretty readily. They don't hesitate at all. And there's a look right there. Shaquille almost gave up the tip to Irvin Johnson.
But no Magic there for Irvin. 56-51. Magic have the lead and the ball. You see the time left in our second quarter. Dennis Scott. Nick Anderson lets it rip. Won't go. Inside, Dennis Scott on the offensive glass. That's pinned away by Perkins. Magic wanted a goaltend, and Payton gets a layup. 15.5 for Payton. 56-53.
Well, that one was pinned to the backboard. I thought Dennis got it on the backboard, and it was probably on the way down. Maybe the reason it wasn't called, someone else got a hand on it as Dennis took the shot, but still, that should be 2 points for the Magic. Well, that one hurt also. Penny with the 3-point attempt. It doesn't go. Dennis saves it.
With 1 second left, fall away, no. And that's the end of our first half.
Well, that hurt a lot, not getting the call.
But still, the Magic, very, very impressive. Brian Hill and Bernie Fryer have words at the intermission here. Brian was restrained by Tree Rollins, a couple of the players, and Penny Hardaway and company with a very solid first half here on the road, trying to hand the Sonics their 4th loss on the home floor. 56-53, the Magic lead it after 2 here at Key Arena. Really tell the Sonics were struggling from time to time offensively, so I wonder if Gary Payton will play even more minutes in the second half. He plays about 40 minutes a game as it is. A lot of NBA action has already concluded. Boston at home, as we look at our AutoZone scoreboard, beats the hapless 76ers by 10. Utah falls at Charlotte. Charles Barkley tonight had 45 in a losing effort at Detroit. The Pistons playing great basketball for Doug Collins. Detroit now on the season 35-27. They have won their last 3 outings. New York and Minnesota. Kevin Garnett had a big game for the T-Wolves. Washington beaten by Chicago, and Milwaukee at Sacramento. That game late in our first quarter. A look at our first half highlights. It was Gary Payton with the hot hand early for the Sonics.
Well, the Sonics shot the ball well from behind the 3-point line. You saw they were 7 of 11. Here's one right here as the Magic go for the double team. That frees up Payton from the corner, and he knocks down one of his 3 in the first half of play. John Koncak playing well in the absence of Horace Grant. Watch right here as he takes the ball to the basket, gets it to Shaquille. One of few baskets Shaquille was able to make. He's 4 of 10 in that first half of play, but that one a high percentage one for the big fella. And Penny Hardaway doing the job on defense. Watch as he shoots the lane here, and he's going to take it all the way as Hersey Hawkins is not going to be able to catch him.
So Orlando will take some more offense out of the defense here as we start our third quarter. It's Payton, Schrempf, Hawkins, Kemp, and Irvin Johnson for the Sonics. The Magic with Penny, Nick, Cack, Shaq, and Dennis Scott up front. Third quarter just underway. Here's Hersey Hawkins. He's funneled toward the defense. John Koncak forced the steal, but the Magic couldn't come up with the rock. Now 5 to shoot. Payton unloads downtown,
that hurts.
and they are hitting those threes, a baby.
Well, the Magic had that one as they did a good job scrambling for the basketball, but Payton knocks down the three-point shot. He's 4 of 5 from behind the line.
And that ties the game at 56 in the third period. Cack inside to Shaq against Irvin Johnson. His baby jumper won't go. Cack crashes and is over the back, and that is his 4th foul.
Loose ball foul on Orlando's number 45, John Koncak.
Well, where do you think the Sonics will go now?
Well, you know, I think they have been going at John Koncak anyway with Sean Kemp. Kemp is the one that hasn't been taking the ball to the basket as aggressively, but John's going to have to play smart here, and he's illegal right there. He's going to have to play smarter here and give the Magic some minutes.
That's a technical foul on the illegal defense. And the Sonics will get the ball into the charity toss here with 11:06 to play in our third quarter. Bryant had to be happy with the effort, with the intensity, especially with the execution. I mean, you cannot come into a game against Seattle and turn the ball over 13, 14 times and expect to win.
And the Magic fortunately did not do that, but Seattle, another one of those teams, and usually good teams will, they come out and try to take advantage of you in the third period, try to catch you flat coming out of the locker room. John Koncak is going to have to sit down, and Joe Wolf will try to give the Magic the same defense and some offense.
So John with 4 fouls forced to sit. Kemp against Wolf. That's the matchup du jour here. Johnson over Shaquille. That's well short, and Joe the rebound.
But I think the Magic would love to have him shooting that one another 15 or 20 times.
Oh, sure.
In this third period.
Shaquille wants the ball, has it down. Kemp comes over to double team. Long pass across Dennis Scott. Hill on court downtown, rimmed it out. Sonics by 1. And with the ball here, third quarter, 1.5 minutes expired. Schrempf with a travel.
Traveling violation called against Seattle as Orlando ball.
Detlef didn't like the call. There was a lot of movement over there before the ball went down on the floor. George Karl doesn't have much to say about that play.
12 Seattle turnovers. As many as they force, they will make as many mistakes. Over the top to Penny. He threads the needle to Shaq, and a whistle.
It hit under the basket, I think. So
It's Seattle.
So Seattle gets it on the Magic turnover. Sonics turn it over 18 times on average through the ball game. Force 19. 2 minutes gone by, third quarter. Sonics by 1, 57-56. Here's Hersey Hawkins around Joe Wolf. He has not had the range here tonight, and that's out of bounds off Seattle. Crowd wanted the foul on Shaquille climbing the back.
Sean Kemp also in some foul trouble, so it'd be nice for the Magic to get another one on him here.
Penny Hardaway challenged by Kemp. Shot maybe partially deflected. Now Payton on the run. Lob to the Rain Man, the catch in the layup.
Sean Kemp, understanding that his ankles are bothering him, he's having trouble there. Didn't fly up as high as he normally would on a play like that.
Shaquille to work. Fakes, takes, can't make. Got his own miss, though. In traffic, Johnson, the rejection. Shaq hammers it home, and a severe facial here in Seattle.
Man. But I think a couple of messages sent there. I think for the young guy, Irvin Johnson, I think it's important that he challenged Shaquille on that play. And then for Shaq, it's good that he came back.
Nick with the steal. He'll give it up to Hardaway. Catches in a tough spot. Slips, falls. Dennis Scott for 3. Won't go. Wolf left hand, yes.
Whatever it takes in a game like this, you have to be ready to give it for the Magic. And right now they're scrambling, getting points on the board.
Well, the Mariner baseball team said last year refused to lose. That's what the Magic trying to do here. Now Bernie Fire and Michael Smith converse, and Bernie Fire will call the foul on Joe Wolf as he and Sean Kemp may have gotten tangled up. So 3 on Joe, second team foul.
What Brian wanted was a 3-second violation. No argument that Joe Wolf committed the foul.
8:31 left. The Magic get it right back, leading by a point here in Seattle. The Sonics with 13 turnovers in the game. A critical factor. Penny Hardaway met by Johnson. High off the glass and in. Right now, baby, the good guys are clicking well. Payton met by Wolf. Score the bucket. Magic wanted to travel. Wolf the foul and no call.
He took a lot of steps going to the basket that time, but when you're an all-star, that's a legal play. Gary Payton turned on the motors against Joe Wolf. Shot it way high. Watch the footwork here.
1, 2, 3.5. That's a walk.
Should be a walk. You're right.
.21 for Payton in the ball game. Game tied at 62. He didn't fly that far from Orlando on that play. 8 minutes remain. And now the foul out on the floor. Detlef Schrempf with the iron bet. And the call made by Mike Smith. Mike's had a tough night tonight. First on Detlef, first team foul.
Donald Royo up off the bench here. And let's see, does he come for Dennis or do the Magic get small here? Yeah, he's going to come for Joe Wolf. Donald Royo did a great job in the first half on both ends of the floor. Yes, he gave the Magic some offense, but he was able to force some turnovers. Came up with a couple of steals in that first half.
And how about the Magic bench tonight, Jack? 13 first half points. There have been games where they haven't scored 13 as Shaquille's starting to heat up. 14 for Shaq as Payton operates. Ball poked away. Donald Royal again. Nick the penetration. Left hand short. Got his own miss though. But the Sonics steal it away. And then the reach-in foul. Nick thought he was hit, and then Donald Royal just standing there. And now the technical foul on Nick. Not what you need.
Anderson.
A technical foul has been called on Orlando's number 25, Nick Anderson.
Well, Nick, let's see if he gets hit right here. He wants the call right there as someone grabbed his arm. There's Payton right there. Yeah, that should have been a call. And they get Donald for some body contact.
So the Magic don't like the whistle.
But, Chip, in this ball game, I think it's just so important that you let the officials have their way here for a while with that whistle. I mean, if you can go through the next 4 or 5 minutes without giving any complaints, without griping, I think over the long haul of this game, if it stays close, it's going to benefit you down the stretch. So the Magic need to back off.
Sam Perkins into the ball game as Hawkins has it knocked away. Donald Royal, but the Magic save it under their bucket. Detlef Schrempf, all ball, and Detlef Schrempf goes on the referee.
Well, why not a technical foul there as he kicks the ball afterwards? Now watch Penny. Penny's going to get him across the arm. I don't think there's any question about that. There it is. Shaq gets all ball, and Detlef is upset that Penny, he didn't get to the free throw line.
Yeah, you're right. Penny got him across the arm. I was calling Shaq's play. That was all ball, and it was the Penny Hardaway play that Detlef was so upset about. Right now, the officials.
Well, Brian right now talking about the shot clock. The ball didn't hit the rim, but they got a set.
Never hit the rim. It was deflected on the way up.
Sean Kemp missed the shot. Dennis Scott the rebound. So justice served there.
Well, there was a block of the shot, and no, you're right.
Donald Royal, outlet pass to Nick Anderson. Nick the drive to Dennis. 7 minutes left, third quarter. Great game tonight in Seattle. That's what we hoped for. Shaquille against Perkins. Turnaround jumper in his face. One ball. Rain Man rips her down. His 8th board. Up ahead to Hawkins. Percy in the lane. Payton. Hot hand outside, that one's short. Rebound to the Magic. Royal ahead pass. Here comes Penny. He'll tomahawk it home with 2 hands.
Oh, boy. Can he get up off the floor now?
And now Shawn Kemp fouled on the floor. Shaquille.
Yeah, Shaq reaching. Once again, not the kind of foul you want on this night with the depleted bench, and Shaq picks up foul number 3.
So the Magic, big people in foul trouble. Shaq 3, Cat 4, Joe Wolf 4. But that's the Magic lead as well.
The Sonics 62.
Well, friends, a look at tonight's Slam Dunk brought to you by Bell South Mobility, the official cellular service provider of the 1996 Olympic Games.
Don Arroyo continuing to give the Magic good minutes. You see him with the rebound, then the outlet pass to Penny Hardaway. And Penny knows what to do with it when he gets it out on the break.
Well, friends, thanks for staying up late with us tonight. It's 11:35 back east, but the late hours have been rewarded by a terrific ball game from Penny Hardaway and the rest of the Magic men here tonight in Seattle, a place that has been awfully tough for the Magic not only to win in, but to look good in. They have been blown out by an average of 26 points a game in the 6 losses in 7 trips to the Pacific Northwest. But tonight's ball game, at the current juncture, looks like it's going to be a nip and tuck affair throughout the second half.
Well, just like teams that come into the arena want to keep it close and have a chance to try to steal one on the Magic's home floor, I think it's important for the Magic to think that way here in this game.
Good guys are up too as Anderson operates up top inside Donald Roy against Kemp. Kept that pivot foot alive.
Good
Missed with
move.
the left hand.
Very good move as the Magic try to get foul number 4 on Shawn Kemp.
Detlef Schrempf double team. Look at Shaq working on defense. Sam Perkins passed it up and a 3-second call on Kemp.
3-second violation.
Boy, the Magic were flying all over the place.
Well, you know Perkins can knock down the 3-point shot. He's much like Dennis Scott. You have to force him to put the ball on the floor. And instead of letting it go, Sam Perkins tries to make the extra pass, and the Magic forced the turnover.
Now, he hasn't been a factor yet in the ball game, Jack, but still a lot of time left. He works against Shaquille defensively now. Magic swing it to Nick. He'll drive it, he'll take it, and he'll make it. Nice.
Good job, Nick, putting it on the floor, creating.
What a different looking team the Magic are tonight. A classic case, perhaps, of taking your opponent for granted last night.
Well, now Shaq needs to be smart here. Back off and allow Shawn to have the shot.
He missed it. He gives up the rebound. No, Payton to Perkins. Left hand, yes.
I mean, it's okay right now for Shaquille to give up a couple of points to stay on the floor. The Magic need him out there for 2 more minutes.
Magic by 2. Nick wants it over the top against Hawkins. There it is. He's doubled up in the corner. 10 to shoot for Nick. Keeps the dribble alive. Baseline drive met by Perkins. Anderson, beautiful move.
And he is so much better when he's taking the ball to the floor, or at least presenting that option to the defense. Gives him something else to think about.
4-point Magic game. Shaq keeps those arms straight up.
Yeah, good move. Smart play, Shaquille. Very smart play. That's okay. Giving up 2 points right now in this ball game, not nearly as important as it is for Shaq to stay on the floor.
Penny feeds the rock. Shaquille long feed across Dennis Scott. Schrempf meets him. Now Nick sets those feet, fires up. He's had the hot hand out on that shot, however.
And Penny takes it away.
And Hardaway
Picks up the foul.
Sam Perkins the foul, and what else can you say? Penny Hardaway wants his game back.
Well, watch Nick here on the shot. He misses. Perkins comes up with the rebound, but he doesn't see Penny behind him. And there's the push. Penny does the smart thing, gives it up to the basket, and he gets a couple of free throws. Both teams from now on, 4:30 left, will shoot the penalty.
17 for Penny in the ball game. Again, the Magic forcing 16 Sonic turnovers in the game for 19 points. You don't think that's big? Orlando 72, Sonics 68. The crowd here in Coffee Town trying to percolate. So far, the Magic have taken them right out of the affair here. 4:15 left. Schrempf double teamed, almost picked away by Nick. 4 to shoot now for Vincent Askew. He'll drive it. Left hand shot. Oh, mic breaker.
Oh, my. Vincent Askew. Bringing rain on that one.
Which they have plenty of here in Seattle, as you know. Dennis Scott got the screen. Short. Schrempf for the rebound. Sonics can tie or take the lead. Kemp ahead of the play. In the lead. Tie ball game.
Oh, that's all right. You just need to slow it down here. I mean, that's okay. The crowd wants to get in this game. You make a basket here, you take the crowd right back out.
Oh, Donald wanted to drive. Now Shaq to work. Steps through. Beautiful move.
And the crowd goes right back out of the ball game. You have to execute.
Boy, we are watching two great teams battle here. Detlef three. No. Rebound Perkins. The tap out. Off Donald Royal. Sonic ball. Great hustle by Donald and by Perkins.
Well, he's giving up a lot of size to Sam Perkins. He knows that. And Sam came over top. That means the Magic are going to have to come back with contact. Shaq got his 2 minutes without picking up foul number 4. You can get him out of there at the time you have a 2-point lead.
We got a great one going tonight in Seattle, folks. Detlef fouled hard. It's Dennis Scott with the reach in 3D with his second personal foul.
Let's go, let's go.
Detlef Schrempf. We'll shoot it up. Detlef, a German national. Now in double digits.
Now that Shaquille is out of the lineup, the Magic can use this opportunity to take advantage more so than Penny Hardaway and Nick Anderson. And then Donald Royal might be called on now to take the ball to the basket with Shaq out of there.
12th tie in this game.
I mean, Donald has been called on. He's been trying to get foul number 4 on Shawn Kemp.
There he is again, and Shawn lets him go, and Donald makes him pay.
And Donald doing just what he's supposed to do right now. And what he does best, take the ball right onto the hole.
I was asking Dennis Scott in the locker room before the game, who's got the quickest step in the league? And Donald was the guy that got a lot of consideration as Detlef trying to take over the game. He has 13.
Well, you had some really, really good one-on-one basketball players here in this game.
Donald keeps his perfect shooting night alive. From the floor, that is. He has missed one layup in the game. Donald, with 10 now, is 5 of 6 from the floor.
Now,
2:20 left.
I don't mind having Perkins take this shot. That's not bad.
Look at Kemp hold contact. No whistle. The Magic rebound and run. Approaching 2 minutes. Magic up by 2. Penny against Vincent Askew. Dennis Scott, the catch. Tries to drive, gave it up in traffic. It's out of bounds off Penny. Sonic ball, and the Magic take timeout here with 1:57 left in our third quarter. Magic 78, Sonics 76. Talking with the folks who cover the Nuggets on Inside Magic this afternoon, they said every major media outlet and every major news magazine is going to do a story on the Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf situation with the Nuggets. AB in for the Magic here for the final push in the quarter. Nick Anderson gets the breather. Gary Payton, the catch in traffic, met by Cac. John taps it back to Dennis Scott. Magic run with Penny right wing. 3-on-3 break. Hardaway beats Schrempf, who flops to the floor, and Detlef called for the foul. Now Frank Rakowski will join the fray here. And Shawn Kemp retires to the bench. Magic by 2 here. D-Rock the catch. Dennis Scott left alone. Yes!
Yeah, finally. Dennis has been there. He had to pull that one from way down because he'd been short on his previous 2 or 3 attempts. Donald Royal picks up the foul. Detlef hurting just a little bit.
And for Donald, his second personal foul in the ball game. 1:15 left, late third quarter. Orlando 81, the Sonics 76. Seattle this year has not gone into the fourth quarter at home behind but once this year. They have led 28 of 29 games after 3 quarters here at Key Arena. So the Magic in rarefied air here if they can maintain the lead in the final 75 seconds.
Well, they've done, Chip, a lot of very impressive things to this point in this ball game, and I think more than anything they have controlled the tempo and made sure they've gotten good shots at the basket. No bad shot selections in this game so far.
Under a minute now. Dennis Scott crosses Perkins over, fires it up and hit. Oh, where'd that come from? 13 for 3D in the last 5 Magic points. Magic by 6 matches their biggest lead of the night. Schrempf now against Dennis. 40 seconds left. Hardaway ties up Detlef. He wanted the jump ball. Won't get the call. He will, however, get his second personal in the game.
Well, good politicking by Penny. He tried to convince the officials. You'll see here. Let's see if he gets arm on this one. I thought there was some contact. And, yeah, good call by the officials.
So Detlef Schrempf, oh, boy. Misses again. He's missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free throws in the game. In fact, the Sonics are 11 out of 18 for the game. Oh, he missed again. How about that? And the crowd here in Seattle really puzzled right now. 83-77, a bucket here would be sweet indeed. Penny against Schrempf. Hardaway tries to drive it. Stutter steps on the baseline. Whips it out to AB. He'll pull the trigger. Too strong. Rebound Askew. Now the Sonics have the final shot.
Yeah, they have a look at the basket the last time here. And the Magic will try to keep the ball away from Payton. It's a hard thing to do here.
Askew drives on Royal, fires it up. No. Rebound Hardaway. He won't get a shot off, but the Magic will start the fourth quarter with the ball. And the defense, Goose, continues to shine.
It was a very, very good quarter for the Magic. Maybe one of the best we've seen all season long as they come into hostile territories and build themselves a lead.
And they hold the Sonics to just 24 points and take an 83-77 lead into the fourth quarter. Well, what a great 3 quarters for the Magic now. Do they have enough to end this thing here in the fourth? We will find out. But first, to look at the champion stats through 3.
The field goal percentage evened out now as the Magic put together a pretty good defensive period there to bring Seattle's field goal percentage down. The rebound total still in favor of the Magic, and that turnover total that we talked about and have been talking about in this ball game, the Magic going to the fourth period with just 7.
And again, the Sonics, for only the second time this year, enter the fourth quarter trailing here at home. And Frank Burkowski with a quick foul on Shaquille O'Neal here to start our fourth quarter. That's Burkowski's 3rd and the first Sonic team foul.
Now with this unit on the floor, you know the ball will go into Shaquille O'Neal, and Dennis is going to have to find the open place.
Gary, be careful, Thompson's faster than insurance.
Payton takes a swipe at Thompson. Dennis Scott feeds Shaq inside. He jumps it out. Brooks fakes the 3, now drives it, dishes to AB on the baseline. AB had it knocked away, and the Sonics steal it away. Here comes Askew now. And Seattle has been red hot from beyond the arc tonight. They're 8 out of 14. Burkowski against Wolf. Ernestine lays it up and spins it in.
Frank Burkowski, he's going to be the bully guy tonight. He's just simply going to go through people, and he did that time.
Shaquille with 16, and the Magic cough it up again. Here come the Sonics, a minute into our fourth quarter, 4-point Magic lead. That is Orlando's 8th turnover, but Seattle scored only 5 points off of it. Payton beats Thompson, missed the shot, however. Boy, they are not capitalizing on the few mistakes the Magic have made.
Well, they shot a lot of... thought Perkins came over and got a hand on that one, but the Magic are going to have to come back with Penny Hardaway if they don't keep their offense running as smoothly as it has been.
Perkins against Wolf. Long arms by Perkins.
Hersey Hawkins is the guy I'm most concerned with right now because he can flat heat up. Now Brooks needs to just take his time here and make sure he gets a good shot for the Magic. They've turned the ball over, haven't gotten good looks here in this fourth quarter.
Brooks doubled, throws it back out. AB the save, though. 10 minutes to play in the ball game. 8 to shoot for Joe Wolf. Brooks Thompson, Payton gambles for the steal. Brooks fires the three, draws iron. Rebound grabbed by Shaq, and Brooks will clear out now.
Dennis wide open.
Shaq against Bukowski, drop step baseline, and the foul on Shaquille. And Brian Hill wants a 22nd timeout. Shaq's fourth foul. Here's a look.
Well, you'll see right there, Shaquille pulls the arm back. And Brian takes the 22nd timeout to get something under control for his team. You know, they haven't given up anything but 2 points here, but the Magic haven't gotten anything. And against a team like Seattle, you have to keep it going. And you must get good shots at the basket every time.
Yeah, that's what Brian Hill's saying to the team right now. He says, we've got to get shots. You live if you don't make them, but you got to at least get a look at the basket. And they've turned it over a couple of times here in the first 2+ minutes of the period. So we'll see if the little break here resets things positively for Brian Hill's ball club. 83-79, Magic lead, 9:50 to play in the ball game.
And you know, for Brooks Thompson, it's only partly his fault. It's the point guard's responsibility to run his stuff. But the other people need to make sure they get to the places on the floor that will make it easier for him. Shaq needs to back off. Just give him that shot. Just give him that one. And don't try to go out and guard a guy on the floor because you'll pick up foul number 5. You don't need that.
So Shaq and Bukowski lock up again. Thompson against
Brooks needs to wait.
Bukowski the save. Thompson the deflection. He hustles back. Ball off the foot of Payton. And out of bounds to the Magic.
Well, now the reset of the shot clock might be a problem. They might kick it back down. And Penny's going to come back into the ball game for Brooks. Just simply because the offense not running right now. And really for Brooks Thompson, as you see Penny Hardaway, it's really tough. He's playing against an all-star, one of the best point guards in the business. And it is a challenge, a huge challenge for Brooks.
The officials are at the scorers table here trying to find out how much time to put on the shot clock.
Well,
here's that last play.
Now watch Brooks. You'll see him make the pass. Now, does Bukowski have possession of the basketball? They're going to say he did not. They're going to put 10 on the clock.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
And the Magic will have plenty of time here to get the ball off. Will they let Penny come back into the ball game? They should. But they will not.
Apparently not.
Well, because the Magic still have the ball, I guess. I mean, I don't know why not.
So the Magic just 10 seconds to take it 94 feet. Dennis Scott gets it across to AB, now 5 to shoot. Brooks Thompson sets, fires, three-point shot off the iron. Shaquille rebounds to AB, big break.
Oh, huge, huge find, I should say, for AB, because in the right place at the right time. But those plays don't happen by mistake. You have to give that extra effort.
Luck is the residue of design, they say, and Payton fouled hard. Brooks Thompson. Now Payton meets Joe Wolf. Headbutts it. Payton headbutts Joe Wolf. Now goes for the throw. Now Bukowski in, and Joe Wolf and Gary Payton get locked up. That is absolutely ridiculous. Gary Payton with a headbutt to Joe Wolf. He's an all-star, but that made him look like a punk.
Well, I don't think Joe Wolf wanted to do anything. I think Payton was going to get rung up for the technical foul anyway for taunting. So I think you give Payton the technical. I don't really know if Joe ever did anything except retaliate. So that's enough. Brooks Thompson actually gets called for the foul.
Now watch, now watch. Just headbutts in there.
Brooks Thompson. First foul on Brooks Thompson.
So Brooks gets called for the foul. And here comes another look at it. And Joe just backs off. Now here's the technical foul right there coming.
But Gary Payton's out of the game.
Yeah, they've thrown Payton out. Absolutely.
Payton's gone for the headbutt.
This got the first foul. He didn't say anything about that stuff.
Yeah, Payton should be thrown out of the ball game, and that's what's happening.
Double technical.
Double technical on Payton, single technical on Wolf, and a personal on Brooks Thompson.
Wolf and Payton.
Now Sean Kemp comes over to ask a question here.
We have a personal foul on Orlando's Brooks Thompson, his second.
The first team foul. We have a double technical called on the play on Orlando's number 12, Joe Wolf, and Seattle's number 20, Gary Payton. Also, Payton has been ejected from the game.
And justifiably so. That's a Bush League move.
Well, it's very unfortunate because he was having a great game. He's doing a good job of showing his talents to everyone in this building and in the Central Florida area watching the game, but he knows with the headbutt that's something that the league will not tolerate, and he's going to have to vacate the playing area.
Now Penny Hardaway's back for the Magic, and you know, sometimes this may be seen as a big advantage for the Magic, but when a coach gets thrown out, a star player gets thrown out, Jack, sometimes it turns the tide the other way.
I think for the Magic, this possession is as important as any in this ball game, because if Seattle comes out here and scores a basket, especially if it's a three, the crowd is huge.
Brokowski outside, Shaq gives him the jumper, he missed it.
So that's an accomplishment for the Magic, and even bigger if they come down and score. It forces the Magic to concentrate here.
Shaq, outlet to Nick, long range three, gone off bottom with Kemp rushing after him.
So that is huge. Now there's a lot of time left as Seattle calls the timeout, but mentally, that's big for the Magic,
who take an 88-79 lead as the Sonics call timeout. Top of the hour here from Key Arena in Seattle. Thanks for staying up with us. If you've done so, you've seen a wild ball game. The Magic had their biggest lead, 9 points. Gary Payton has been thrown out, and here's why.
Well, Joe Wolf comes over, tries to prevent the shot, and Gary Payton, watch the headbutt right there, and that gets it going.
And then he goes for the throw.
So Joe Wolf stays in the game. Now for the Magic offensively, I think what I would do, or an option that I would really look serious at, as Brokowski knocks down the three, is giving Penny the basketball and see what Vincent Askew does against Penny. I try to let Penny break it down just to see if he can do that, because Payton is normally the guy that guards Penny.
Magic up 88-82 now. It's Anderson against Schrempf. Nick crosses him over, 5 to shoot. Baseline drive, runs into Brokowski, feet across, out of bounds. And Seattle takes over.
The Magic with 4 turnovers in this period, Chip. They've done a great job protecting the basketball. They're up to 11 now. Seattle has committed none. 16-11 turnover department.
Detlef against Nick. He throws it up for grabs. Hawkins the save. Brokowski hounded by Hardaway. 8 to shoot for Frank. He stripped, ball on the floor. Brokowski has it. 5 to shoot. Stripped again. Nick the steal. Brokowski wanted the foul. Anderson threads the needle AB. He lost it on the baseline.
Number 5, turnover.
Brokowski again. Yes. Timeout Magic. You see the time left.
The Magic with some defense here. Penny Hardaway picks the pocket. No one gets down. Brokowski does. He's upset he doesn't get the call. Nick Anderson gets it to AB, and Hawkins knocks it away from AB. So that gives an opportunity for Brick to come down, challenge Shaquille, who doesn't want to come out and play him, and he knocks down the 3.
John Koncak back for the Magic here. The Sonics really trying to get back into it. They're in the game. Down 3, and the crowd a factor now. 8 to shoot for Penny. The Magic again deep into the shot clock. Hardaway baseline, stripped clean. Ball loose. 2 seconds left. Shot blocked. And Seattle forces another Magic turnover.
now in the period for the Magic.
Askew and Hardaway. Schrempf. Hawkins. Sean Kemp against John Koncak. Hard drive. Kemp hammer.
Travel first. Travel first.
Seattle, Orlando.
So the Sonics cough it up. That's their 18th of the game.
Boy, if you could just get a shot at the basket here if you're the Magic. I mean, they have, as I mentioned, Chip, 6 turnovers in this ball game. Excuse me, in this period.
Nick Anderson feeds the post. Shaq free.
There you
Drops
go.
the hammer right hand. 18 for Shaq.
Just get a shot.
90-85. Shaquille, 8 for 18, 8 rebounds, 18 points. Detlef against Nick. He's doubled up. Rakowski. Hawkins, he can get high. Not that time. It's not been his night. Kemp fouled by Cat. And they'll send Sean to the free throw line.
That's a good foul by John Koncak. I would think that the way the free throw shooting has gone for Seattle tonight, the players scoring will go up there thinking about what has happened to this point. They're 11 of 19. Now Sean Kemp shooting free throws better this year, 72%. Dennis Scott checks back in, and AB sits down.
I'll look at our game summary.
See the turnovers, they're starting to mount for the Magic. The Sonics with 2 in this period. Payton's gone, and Penny with 18.
90-87. Penny with 18 points in the ball game. Has taken 1 shot here in the 4th quarter. Into the post she goes. Shaq and Rakowski, illegal defense.
Yeah, and Dennis Scott gets the technical right here. And there's the Seattle bench talking about the fake pass by Shaquille, but 3 or 4 guys were illegal. If it was just 1, you can understand that.
So Dennis can put us up 4 again. He has 14 in the game. Donald Royal, 10 off the bench. Penny 18, Nick 17, Dennis 14, Shaq 18. John Koncak looks for help, finds Penny, long feed across, Hardaway, long 3, off the back iron, but Shaq rebounds.
Now Shaq needs to give it up, maybe get it back here.
They swing to Dennis, he'll fire outside, won't go again. And it's out of bounds to Seattle.
Well, those are shots the Magic take, and those last 2 shots from 3, good shots because they came out of the offense, and Nick Anderson gets another deflection. I mean, they come into the flow, come in the flow of the offense. You're not forcing those as we saw late in the game, but you have to wonder if another pass you get a higher percentage shot trying to nurse a lead.
Kemp.
Needs to let him have that one.
Missed it. Nick soars in for the rebound. Seattle almost stole it away. Now Hardaway runs right wing.
Nick Anderson, huge on that one. And you just love to see that kind of effort when the game's on the line.
4:47 left. Cat cuts, Hawkins stripped it away.
It's a great pass. Might need to be a little bit higher, but that's one Cat should have handled. Another turnover for the Magic.
14 in the game, but again, Seattle just 8 points off of the mistakes.
No foul, John. You need to back off.
He finds Bukowski now, 8 to shoot. Hawkins picked by Anderson. Again, Nick, a great defensive stand.
Man, what a job Nick has done. When he just flew in there and kept the rebound alive, gave the Magic the last possession. Still think Penny needs to try to find a way to get to the basket.
Again, just 1 shot for Hardaway. The Magic look to the lob there for Shaq. Couldn't get it to him. Nick, hard drive. Pull-up jumper, no. Back iron rebound, fought for. Hardaway comes up and lays it in.
I didn't think it was going to happen that way for Penny. Sean Kemp goes down. Didn't think it was going to happen that way for Penny, but boy, he's just played a great ball game. Penny Hardaway has a smart smart game against one of the better defenders for much of this ball game in Payton.
Penny, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. And with 3:44 left, Hugh Evans with the whistle. It's Dennis Scott. Guilty of his third.
Well, Detlef is the guy that has missed most of the free throws here in this ball game for Seattle. 6 of them he's missed. Over the course of his career, this is the kind of plays that he has made. I mean, he has been huge at this time of the game. For a while there, I don't know if there was anyone you'd rather have with the basketball for that last shot than Detlef Schrempf. Krakowski did a great job.
Yeah, he did. 11 points for Brick. 4 of 7 from the field, including 3 3-point field goals.
Now you have to block out here if you're the Magic. If Kemp misses this, when you have to make sure you get a body on people, he does, and Shaq does. Cat does.
93-88. Good guys have the lead, approaching 3.5 minutes to play here in Seattle.
Look for him to burn some fouls against Shaquille. The Magic putting someone else on the low post.
It's Nick against Hersey Hawkins. They bang bodies. Nick leads in. Big shot, Nick Anderson. Oh, my goodness. He has been very strong tonight. Cat pumps it away from Kemp.
Now slow it down. Just slow it down. Make sure you get a good shot here.
Nick pulls up. Too strong.
Oh, way too strong.
3 minutes left in the game. Askew across to Perkins. Can't pull the trigger. Sam's really struggled from the floor. 1 for 6 tonight. Percy loads up. No. Rebound.
Maybe burn a timeout. Now Brian grabs everyone's attention and says, slow it down. I mean, that's the point you want to get across right here. Just make sure you slow it down, get a good look at the basket.
95-88. Magic lead. Dennis Scott spins, leads, took an extra step. Good call. And now the Sonics, Jack, want to take timeout. They can't solve the Magic yet. 95-88 your score late in the fourth.
I mentioned foul trouble right here, potential. Shaq has 4 personal fouls. John Koncak has 5. Really no one for Seattle in any serious foul trouble.
Hersey Hawkins drives it hard, changed hands, missed it badly, rebound knocked away. Nick Anderson has been the stud on defense tonight.
He has really stepped up his play here in the fourth. And now the Magic will try to execute here and burn up some time.
Kemp against Shaq. They couldn't foul him quick enough. Hardaway, downtown bombing. No, back iron rebound. Penny grabs it, loads it back out to Cat. Dennis Scott takes it. No.
You've got the clock in your favor. I mean, I know these guys shoot threes. Offense. Oh no, Dennis with the block. I mean, I just don't like that shot with the lead. I know Dennis has made them all year long. I mean, I understand that, but my goodness, with a new 24 and 151 left, man, it would just be good to take a shot with about 5 seconds left on the shot clock.
Absolutely. Now Detlef outside on bottom.
And that's why.
You can't be the hero on every possession. 95-91, 4-point game. Now the Magic walk it up here. This is a huge trip. And timeout call. Magic take timeout. Brian wasn't happy with the way the Magic ran that set, so he wants to talk it over with this critical possession here in the fourth quarter. 95-91, the Magic have not managed the clock very well here in the last couple of minutes. They do, however, still have the ball. They do still, however, have the lead and 14 seconds to shoot.
Well, you might have to burn another timeout while Dennis gets it in.
A huge trip. Hardaway against Askew. 5 to shoot for Penny. Left-hand dribble. Hard drive, swatted away. Askew takes a shot to the mouth. And Hardaway draws the contact.
No, he's hurting on his ankle.
Or his groin. Well, he may have pulled a groin muscle.
Could have pulled a groin muscle. He is hurting right now. Yeah, he comes up. That might be a groin pull, Chip. You're exactly right.
So now they have to go to Eric Snow, rookie out of Michigan State, in the final 127 of the game.
Hey, guess why he's in there? He was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, the senior year at Michigan State, and his job right now, keep Mr. Penny Hardaway away from the basket. That's a mess. Nope, got the bounce. We'll take it. Boy, it looked like it was going to be hard. We'll take it.
21 for Penny. 96-91. 97-91. 1:25 to play.
And now Penny can go on and challenge this young guy and try to force a turnover.
Well, that's tough duty right off the bench in a critical situation, huh? Now Kemp against Kemp. Shaw dishes out to Hawkins. The Magic challenge the shot. 8 to shoot. Kemp drives on Shaquille. Cack meets him and fouls him with 107 left. The Magic wanted the walk.
And, well, yeah, you want the walk, and Cack fouls out on the play, but can't say enough about the job John Concock has done in this ball game. Now, he fouls out, but, boy, he really played Shawn Kemp well. I mean, you look at Kemp's numbers in this ball game. He's had just 10 field goal attempts. He's made 5 of them. He's been to the free throw line 4 times in this game. And John did a tremendous job of mixing it up. I mean, he played him tight sometimes. He backed off at times to force him to shoot the outside shot. And good job, actually better than good job, filling in for Horace Grant.
No question about it. John Concack instrumental in this Magic lead. With 107 left, Shawn Kemp will go to the line. He's only taken, as Jack said, 10 shots. He was in foul trouble in the first half. Had 3 with 4 minutes left, had to sit.
Well, you know, he picks up fouls. Not everybody can guard John Concack.
Yeah,
so
that's
John
right.
forced him to pick up the foul.
That's what John will tell you, too. 4-point game, 1 minute to go here in Seattle. The Magic.
Now, where are your guards right now? They want to give Penny the ball on the low post.
Against Snow, they can't get it to him. Now he has it, 10 to shoot. Dennis Scott leans in high off the window, no. Shaq the follow, no. 2 times. He lays it in. The Sonics 1 timeout.
Timeout on the floor called by Seattle.
What effort by the big fella, Shaquille O'Neal, who read the paper today, and they said he doesn't play well. He's played well tonight.
Shaquille O'Neal working the offensive boards here. The Magic want to get Penny Hardaway an opportunity against Snow, but Penny found Dennis, and really Dennis on this shot, he wanted to make it, but the other thing is he saw Shaquille wide open, so he wanted to make sure it came off softly so Shaq could set up for that one. It did, and Shaq was right there. 20 points and 11 rebounds.
Sonics inbound, Kemp against Shaq. They'd love to foul the big fella out. Perkins, man running at it. 3-point shot, good. Oh, you don't want to give up the 3. 99-96. Oh, Dennis Scott nearly turned it over. He did. Here comes Hawkins off the steal. Layup, 1-point game. In about 10 seconds. You leave Perkins open, he buries you, you turn it over, and Hawkins hustles to the rack, and now it's anybody's game.
Okay, camera left. Go right.
99-98, 34.9 left. The Magic with the ball, and suddenly a 1-point lead. Seattle 5 points in 9.9 seconds. Inbound to Shaquille. Hardaway and Snow tangled up. Dennis Scott goes to work. Snow almost forced another turn. Nick Anderson sets, fires 3. No, Hardaway flies in. Seattle rebounds. Now they got the final shot. Here comes Snow. Detlef pulls up for 2. Yes, Sonics lead.
Now still plenty of time. The Magic have the last shot.
Here comes Hardaway. Dennis Scott, 8 seconds left. Seattle has scored the last 7 points. 4 seconds left. Dennis, and it's out of bounds. Who's got it? No foul call. Dennis was absolutely cream.
Boy, Dennis got pounded as he took the ball to the basket.
Magic ball, 3/10 left.
Dennis got pounded. Bryant takes timeout. Oh, Dennis got pounded. Got hit right across the arm.
Unbelievable. An absolute travesty. Now the officials talking it over. Seattle 100, Magic 99. And how in the world Dennis didn't get this call, I will never know.
Well, I don't think there's any question. If we can see the replay, it'll show he got hit on the arm. And they are discussing whether or not they're going to put more time on the clock. Now watch here as Dennis goes to the hole. Detlef is going to pound him. Now it's Shawn Kemp. Shawn Kemp got him.
Shawn Kemp fouled Dennis Scott. No call there. And the Magic get 0.5 of a second put on the shot clock.
Well, Chip, you know, you can get time. You can get a shot off with 0.5. Here it is again.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a foul. Any way you look at it, that's your game right there for the Magic.
One of your best free throw shooters doesn't get rewarded for taking the ball to the hole with the game on the line. And the Sonics with 7 straight points, and it goes back to clock management.
Yeah.
Point we made with about 4 minutes to play in the game.
Well, and even less, a lot less time than that. The Magic, nursing a 6-7 point lead, have a chance twice to run the timeout. I run a lot of time off of the shot clock, and they elect to shoot the quick one. And they miss them. The Sonics go down and score on both of those.
Well, you go back to the decision process here. Do you go to Shaq in this situation?
Yeah, I don't mind giving him the basketball. The thing you want to do is just make sure you get a shot. The Magic are out of timeouts, so they have to get the ball back in bounds.
Kemp guards Dennis Scott. You can take a dribble here with 0.5 left. Dennis the inbound. Finds Nick. You fire it up at the horn. It's over. Seattle scores 7 points in the last 44 seconds. And the Magic lose a heartbreaker on the road by a point. 100-99. Oh boy. We'll be right back as you look at tonight's final score.